you doing, man?
Good, very good. Thank you. I hope for
Lovely.
you the same.
Yeah. Now I'm feeling better. I had a fever the past week. You might have saw that, but I
Yeah,
might have seen that, but
was
it's
a
way
stubborn
better.
fever.
Yeah. He really wanted to hold on to me tightly, so I had to burn him out, so to say. Hey man, glad to hear your voice again. It's been a week, right? Something like that, a bit more than a week, and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we're running through the entire 6 week program together, and I well, speak freely. What is your first impressions of week one, which is breathing rooms? All right, stop. Just 1 second here. For you guys that don't know what's going on right now, this is one of the individuals that have just won the 6 week program. And we've decided to walk through, or me rather, has decided to walk through everything with him on a personal basis in a chat mode just like this in order for you to get the complete transparent view on the 6 week program. Now, I already know that a lot of people can say, but Jay, how do we know he's actually truthful and whatnot? He's part of the 6 week program, and you can ask him directly to see if I'm editing anything out, if I am not being transparent with what he has to say about it. I want the good parts, I want the bad parts, I want everything straightforward, no sugarcoating, raw, the real deal. The only thing I might be editing out is when I'm not speaking English very well. That's all. Let's continue.
Good. Actually, I don't have any, how should I say, any particular comment about the first week
Mm-hmm.
because I had a little, how should I say, a little bit of basic understanding due or thanks to um, Stoic.
Right.
But it went, of course, far more in detail.
Mm.
And breeding rooms is just, well, the first basic concept um, uh, to get this thing going, of course.
Yeah.
So, in some cases, I found it quite difficult to um, determine if something was a breeding room or not. But then I remembered that you often mention that this model is quite subjective.
Mm.
So in the beginning, I was a bit too perfectionist,
Yeah.
and then I thought, well, if this is for me a breeding room or not, it's my opinion. It's I don't have to get too anal about it, you know.
Yeah.
So because that's what you always say to make our own story.
Mm.
So I actually accepted it like that from the beginning onwards. That well, let's make my own story.
Yeah.
And that was my first part, so to say, to or my first step to um, not being too perfectionist because that's often um, a problem for me.
Yeah.
And also until now in trading, um, it always was, how should I say, um, a matter of being right rather
Mm.
than just getting the money and get out.
Yes,
And
sir.
not because I wanted to be right all the time. If I'm in a discussion with somebody and that person wants to be right, well, okay, that person can be right for my part, and I don't mind. It's just that being right in a way to prove to myself that I understood my strategy and that I could do it. So, but even so, the market doesn't care about that. So I got bitch slapped anyway, you know.
Yep.
I was, I don't know, 20 points or 30 points up, and then I closed on break even or on a loss,
Yep.
just because I thought it would go to my take profit. So,
That's right.
and that made me open my eyes already from the first week to regarding being more relaxed actually,
Mm.
and just well, mark out my breathing rooms, and even on a live chart on forward testing, just wait for the candles to play out and
Yep.
then decide if it's a breathing room or not.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
you've mentioned it yourself very good here, right? It's the basic foundation to where are you going to look? because whenever you start something somewhere else with other information, it's many times you look everywhere, right? And now what we're trying to do in week one is hold on a second, just put that to the side for a bit. This is what you are mainly looking at. Where does your eyes go to? What are you seeing? And from having 500,000 candles into this, into that, and lines into here, 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 now you're just seeing breathing room, breathing room, breathing room, and that's where everything starts to sort of take off. That's the
Exactly.
firm platform in which your eyes are drawn to, and that's the only thing that you're drawn to for now. Now it's just like, all right, how do I participate? It's from these points. Lovely. And they are everywhere, as you said it yourself, and it's a bit like subjective, but at the same
Yeah,
time, a breathing room is still objective. So now you're finding objectivity within subjectivity, and that's the whole model, right? The whole model
exactly.
is subjectivity intertwined with objectivity, and that's where they are playing a fun game between another. You are watching the story, but the objectivity confirms the story, in which this and that, and now you're building that sort of storyline in price where it's just like a red thin line. And
Yeah,
the breathing rooms are just like, this is where I'm looking, simple, this is what I'm watching, and it's done with your eyes, not a single indicator, none of those things.
exactly.
It's just, this is what I'm seeing, because indicators can change up and down, and it's metrics into this into that, but what you're seeing will never really change. That will always remain the same, and that's what we're
Exactly.
trying to take a hold of. Like, what do you see? What do you feel in the market from here?
I'm so grateful for that because last year when I tried out different things like everybody else, although I didn't do ICT, but still, um, and how should I say? At some point, I was I thought to myself, but it's like a language, learning a language. Um, the same thing. So instead of trusting and leaning on indicators and whatnot, um, I would like just to learn how to read the market, how to read the candles, just
Yeah,
like that. It must be obvious. It's obvious that some people can do it, but it's always in the industry of learning trading.
mm.
Um, it's the course industry, so to speak.
Yep,
It's how do you say that? It's not really accepted that you would learn to read the market without anything else, without an
yeah,
indicator, because otherwise they can't sell their indicators, of course.
yes sir.
Um, so
Exactly.
that is why I like this. I have to admit, the first 2 days I still had my moving averages on
Yep.
because I was so used to it, and but then okay, let's turn them off for a couple of charts, and
Hmm.
then turn them on again. Where is this going? Okay, well, no, it's still going to the shit show level. So
Yep.
why do I have to worry about it? I
Yeah,
turn them off again,
yeah.
and now I don't have any indicators anymore. It's and now with the second week as well, it's I know a Swedish guy who would say, "God dang it."
Yeah, yeah, that's me.
Like you, God dang it, man! It's even now. This week is really eye-opening, and
Yeah.
also last week I had a monochrome chart,
Hmm.
um, and I have to admit I changed my chart to the standard colors, what you're using,
Yep.
and I have to admit I can see better the first of all, yeah, the breaking rooms, the breathing rooms
Yeah,
rather,
yeah,
um, and also to how do you say distinguish
yeah.
the
Yep.
different sequences.
Hmm.
So it might be detailed, might be subjective or whatever, but I have to say that I learned trading with a, a clear, bright chart,
Yeah.
and I went always back to that. But I have to admit now I'm getting used to it, and I have to admit I can see better the sequences on what you're using on the default settings actually.
Yep.
So again, that's another thing. Just use default settings for everything, and you
Yep.
don't have to worry about anything. And
Yep.
it's another thing that I learned. So actually, every hour, I'm learning new things now.
Yeah, and I think
So
when it comes to these things, like you're mentioning, with indicators and so on, everyone wants to be special, right? But in the terms of what are the colors on the chart, like people are like, all right, change your colors to the chart because it doesn't mess around with your feelings too much if you have a green and yellow. It's like, what the shit is this guy on about? It's like, imagine make up things. Like, just accept the fact that red means down and green means up. And who gives a shit? It's
exactly,
not bad or good. You can make money as it's going down. So why would it be
yeah,
bad? So it's like they're trying to imagine like changing the perspective, what you're seeing on the charts in terms of colors, so you can make the right decisions. I'm telling you, if you feel that way, leave that goddamn bullshit behind, because if somebody's telling you you have to change up the chart so it doesn't mess with your feelings, I say make everything red so everything feels terrible so you learn faster,
yeah,
if that's the case. Because now you're just coping with your feelings and you have to live on with these feelings instead of just like, it's not bad. It's not, either good or bad. Just have the standard, have everything on, make it as simple as possible. Don't have all of these this into that, into this, into that. No, make it simple, clean, simple, easy to follow, no BS around it, and you're good to go. We're learning how to read candles on a chart. We're not learning how to change the colors on the chart and this and that. And I usually tell everybody that I'm such a non-technical person. I've used all my autism up for trading that I can't even change the colors on my own chart anymore. Like, I don't know what to press because
but
I don't care.
exactly, you obviously don't need it,
Yeah.
so you don't waste time on it as well. In the beginning as well, how much time a person is spending just trying out different colors to see if works better or that works better,
Yeah.
instead of just getting on with it, you know.
Yeah.
And this is that's also a thing with the Sichuan model, that um, it doesn't leave any room for all these kind of things, details, gadgets, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's I have to say, Jay, that I'm seeing, of course, more and more how this works, and I'm also projecting myself later in the course, and eventually trading it, that I already have the feeling that I will trade. Once I'm trading, it will be much more relaxed,
Yeah.
because there was always, until now, always, even if it was just 1 second, a heartbeat that skipped, a little bit of an impulse that, oh yes, it's going in my direction, or
Yep.
bad
Yep.
decision, or, and that it's like, I don't want to go back to Stoic all the time, but he's right when he says that is gambling.
Yeah.
If you have those feelings, that is still gambling,
Yep.
because you're not 100% sure. And even you can never be 100% sure, because if you're wrong, well, okay, then you just stop out and that's it, and
Yeah.
you try again on another setup. That's not a big deal, but
I mean,
so
that
yeah,
very thing right there with being stopped down and whatnot. Like, I tell my focus group that all the time, and I tell people in the 6-week program, in the Q&A sessions that we have 2 times a week as well. Like, if you get stopped out, that just means that you're wrong. And if you're trying to, in one way or another, say that the market did that, or I missed out on this, and trying to, do this and do that, and trying to change the perspective and to sort of get around that you were wrong. Because that very idea of I'm wrong and I took a stop because of it is a really peaceful feeling. And that's also something that is very powerful when it comes to this. When you take a stop out, you will automatically know that I was simply wrong. The market can't be wrong because there's no right. And when you're looking at the market from this perspective, and you're just on breathing rooms and have just moved into week 2 now, but you will clearly know that if you were wrong, which we all know it's our fault if we take a loss, that simply means that you have something to correct. You know what to correct. You know where you went wrong if you go backwards. There's no question about what did I do wrong? How did it feel wrong? It's like you were wrong. Look back at it, and you say, as you said it, right? God dang it. I missed out on this little sucker right here. I missed out on dragging this line here. I forgot about this shit show level below. How stupid am I? You took a loss because you were clumsy. There you go. Move on, right? And now you will know like how to actually correct your problems. And there's a lot of models out there that can blame stuff you don't know enough information. No. That doesn't happen here. Because in these 6 weeks, it's a beginning and there's an end. And there is no add this so you can know this. And when you hit a wall, like I will be talking about, if I already didn't talk about that in week 1, when you hit that wall, you don't have more information to run into. You already know that your mind is going to go, wait a second, Jay, I understand the information, but my brain is telling me I'm doing something wrong here, but I need more information. No, that's just your brainwashed brain telling you need more information because you can't face the fact that it's your ego being hit of you are the problem. And it's going to force you and mold you into that perspective. And as you're saying it yourself, there's so many underlying aspects on top of just like breathing room, this, that. But you are also you personally finding the small diamonds and gold within the sayings I'm doing, within just the colors on the screen. How it feels like the market has turned into, from this chaotic mess, into the market can breathe. It does what it wants. And it's just like, everything's just flowing in an easier way.
But dude, sometimes this is difficult to accept as well, what you just say now, because now that I'm doing the sequences, and sometimes I'm doubting myself because there's so many. And I'm thinking, hey, hold on, but am I now trying to force in seeing if there's a setup or not, or is it just like this? And I go back to the theory. I watch another one of your videos or take my notes, and then no. Why do I doubt so much? It is there all the time, even in a consolidation or whatever. It's
it's there.
It's amazing.
It's the idea of and you will soon realize this when you move into like week 3 with the advanced sequence and numbers, characteristics, and so on, which is more advanced. But you will realize very fast that one of the powerful things, another powerful underlying factor that the model gives you is, I will know when I should not do something. And imagine if you gave that to people, giving them the situation. In these situations, you don't know, and you clearly know that you don't know, means that don't take a trade. Hold on, wait, read it, let it play out a bit more, get more information from the market. It will tell you in a bit here. If you just wait, it will tell you right along where you're going. So why don't you just wait for that? You go, oh, I'll just wait here until it tells me exactly where it's going. All right, we're going up. Take the next move up. Bang, done. So you're essentially knowing when there's multiple ways for the market to move against you and with you. And if you have a reasoning behind why it should move up and why it should move down, just simply don't take a trade. Wait till it has moved down, because now you will know the next move is going to move down. And that's the whole point. You will know when you should not do something. And that is extremely powerful, because that eliminates so many bad trades. All of my bad trades are eliminated almost immediately after understanding that very fact.
Yeah, like a failed move, like a failed 2 or something, or that you already at that point, something is changing in the trend, or and you have to let it play out to know which way it will go. For example,
Beautiful.
But again, when not knowing not to do something has also to do with psychology, and a lot of people still don't know themselves. So sometimes I wonder, how can they trade? I mean, I still have difficulties knowing myself, and I learned a lot the last couple of months about myself, psychologically speaking, regarding to greed and my relationship with money and stuff like that. Um, it is very important because if you're running after money, you will never catch it. You will never get it.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's back to basic and the KISS principle, right? Keep it simple and stupid, and
that's right.
um, then we will make strides forward for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It's the very basic platforms that goes the longest way. The never-ending, really powerful platforms that are simple, strong and simple,
Mhm.
not complicated with architecture, this and that. No, it's just concrete foundation, smack onto the ground. That's gonna hold up, and
Yeah,
it's not like, oh, infused sand-based mega power cement, you know, character. No, don't just put on some goddamn concrete and you're good to go.
yeah,
And it's those simple terms, right? Everything that is simple becomes powerful. And what you believe the market is, it becomes. So if I believe it's simple as watching for the breathing rooms, and then I know where to look when something could play out, it will become that simple. It doesn't have to be new wogs or new dogs. It doesn't have to. It can be as simple as I'm watching for the breathing room. It appears I operate out of this knowledge that I have in front of me right now. What is the market trying to tell me? And that's the beautiful thing. And you're only in just coming into week 2, and we'll chat as you're done with week 2 as well. Um, but it looks like you're on track after running through breathing room, so to say.
yeah. Um, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's how should I say? Now I look towards breeding rooms, and then I look towards the move. I look
Yeah,
for the move, and then what it does. And
yeah.
sometimes a breeding room is just also a few candles that are a bit in an uptrend, for example, that are a bit lower than the candle than step one, you know,
Hmm.
um, and that as well. I also know I'm a bit too perfectionist in my homework, I think, because I'm trying to figure out how to show the different sequences on the chart
Yeah.
so that it's understandable for you.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
I'm telling
it's
you, I have 300, I don't know, 360 people that I'm looking at in the homework that they're doing. I'm looking through it all personally. And I'm telling you, you don't have to worry about that. I've seen everything. I've seen everything at this point. Like I've seen crazy things. But when it comes to so don't try to be a perfectionist. Just put it out in the terms of this makes sense to me, and I will ask you if needed. Right. So it's
okay,
no worries. Just do your thing, and if I have questions about it, I'll just follow up with that. Right.
okay, okay, okay.
All right. Good stuff. Well, I will chat with you essentially next week then, and we'll continue the chat and see how far you've gotten with the shit show sequences in general on week 2.
Sure,
All right.
perfect,
Lovely.
perfect, my man. Thank
Well,
you for your time as always,
yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
and Baba, we'll see you tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Or no,
Tomorrow
Tuesday.
in the Q&A. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Lovely.
tomorrow.
All right. Chat with you soon, buddy.
Okay. Definitely. Take care. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye, Jay. Bye bye.